So first of all, I think you have to like assume that every list is about favorite queer movies and best queer movies. There's a spot for Moonlight on it, right? So I didn't put Moonlight on my list just because it's a great big duh, right? Obviously. The first one on my list is Bound. Really, for me, as a little gay boy in the 90s, to see a movie about two women falling in lust and in love in the 1990s in a very, very accessible crime caper. It was just so juicy and pulpy and exciting and very, very sexy. I think Bound was like one of the first movies that taught me that queer films can be sexy. The next one is My Own Private Idaho. Around this time in the 90s, there was a lot of queer filmmaking that was about AIDS and HIV. It was about dying. It was a lot of tragedy. And Bound and My Own Private Idaho came along and they were like, we're going to break all these rules and we're going to actually just make movies that are punchy and dangerous. And also with My Own Private Idaho, it's so kind and sweet and good. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous film. The next one is Happy Together. You absolutely sort of tell the story that queer love is a universal story. That movie in its claustrophobia is so romantic. It took me a while to figure out what my last one was going to be because I was like, it's the last one. The Birdcage. It isn't a film that would get made today, but it is a film that I absolutely needed to see when I was younger in the 90s. Very, very mainstream, high budget comedy about very, very, very gay men in Miami Beach. I am so grateful that movie exists, and I'm so grateful I had access to that. I don't know how well it plays to younger audiences right now, but I remember being a teenager when that movie came out. And it was a huge hit, and like mainstream audiences went to see it, and it was like unapologetically gay. I'm grateful that it exists. I'm also grateful that that casting will never ever happen again. It's just very, very funny.